The way I came into this game as far as in the film world is I started out as a hairstylist, but as time went on I realized I wanted more, so I transitioned into also being a fashion stylist and styling different models, doing different photo shoots, even attended some fashion shows. That still wasn't enough for me. So I started writing. I used to write when I was younger because of low self-esteem and everything like that. So I used to just write it out on paper and I would put it into poems. And that's actually how being a new director coming into a game, screenwriter, man, it's fun. I love it. I got that feeling back again, and that's what I was missing, the love for what I wanted to do. Me and a friend of mine, we came together, we put our heads together and came up with Twin Vision Production Entertainment. And we had already had 2 books out, Intimate Secrets Untold and the book Hood Fetish. Now, I didn't like the title Hood Fetish right at the beginning. I wasn't feeling it at all. I was like, it's ghetto. I don't like it. I was like, let's come up with something else. And Derek was just like, which is the other writer, he was just like, no, man, I think this is it. We need to do this. We need to do this. I think this is it. So I just rolled with it. It wasn't until we put the book out, we got a lot of positive feedback from a lot of people. So I was like, okay, it's not enough. I want more now. I keep wanting more, and I'm like, let's do something different. And he, reached out to me and was like, okay, so what do you want to do with it? I said, let's do movies. And he thought, okay, now you can't, okay, I know your mind is always, going. He was like, you think you want to jump out there like that? I said, yeah, let's do it. Why not? Don't hurt to try. Got the short film going. Got in touch with Arthur Muhammad through a good friend of mine. That's how it began. It went from there, and we got so much feedback from the short film Hood Fetish, and now that's why we're on part 2. We're coming up on part 2 now. So, this is my cousin Dwayne. He'll explain his character being Tracy McDavis in the short film Hood Fetish. And he'll tell you how his experience went with that.
My first time on the in front of the screen. For me, my experience, it definitely was. It was nerve-wracking at first. I was a little nervous, being that it was my first time, and some of the other actor and actresses, it was
now mind y'all now. Okay, so when the book was out, he's on the cover, right? He's on the cover of Hood Fetish, and another model that we had, and I needed somebody. I didn't have anybody, so I reached out to my cousin. I was like, okay, you fit the role. Hey, I need you on the book cover. Are you busy? He was like, no, what's up? Tell me where. Let's go. He came out, did the photo shoot. Then he started getting people, hey, are you on this book? I know you. He started getting the limelight, you know what I'm saying?
So, people was reaching out and asking me about it.
Yeah, and he was loving that. And then he started calling me, asking me what was next. So I would let him finish, but
Yeah. So then when she asked me did I want to do the role, I was, like I said, I was nervous because I've never acted before. But I know it looked like a fun art and something I want to try. I'm always open to trying new things, and so all of the other cast members were really helpful, giving me advice and just giving me pointers on certain things, and it was fun for me. So now I can say it was a lot of fun. Something a hobby now that I can continue to do. So I appreciate that opportunity.
Because now he itching for more. So I'm like, okay, here we gotta started something, And I also picked other actors too that have never acted before. Like those of you who have seen Hood Fetish, the short film, we have a character named Redman. Redman is a beast, okay? He's something else, and I couldn't have picked nobody else to fit their role. When I first met Redman, I was scared myself. He just have this look to him where I was like, I don't know about this. So he looked like he was going to rob the place. Yeah, he was already in character. And I'm like, okay. But it worked for what I needed it to do for the movie. Then I reached out to some other people that was referred to me, and it worked for me with that too. I wanted it to be perfect. I know everything is not perfect, but I wanted it to be the best that I can do. So I was a little aggressive with certain things, and but it came together towards the end, And the Hood Fetish short film is just really the synopsis of the book. So when you see part 2 that's coming next year, Hood Fetish, the era. So y'all, it's gonna be something else. It's gonna be something else.
I would say for me, the role of playing Tracy or T-Mac McDavid, it was a bit challenging towards the part of when he has to become this leader, or he's put into this leader role to become the new drug lord or the new street king or whatever for his brother.
Yeah.
And it was challenging because I had to go tap into some emotions, like when the mom passed. I had to tap into certain emotions that I've never felt. So that was really challenging.
Right.
The fun part, the easy part was the basketball background, just because I did grow up playing ball all the time. And that part was easy, but definitely was challenging but fun for me.
Shout out to Arthur Muhammad, the director, the film director, because he helped me a lot with that. Like, because a lot of things I think I kind of struggled with because I wanted certain things certain way. And he showed me like, okay, I know you want it this way, but let me show you what it looks like here. So seeing it behind the camera, seeing it the way he's seeing it in his eyes, that's when I was like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing it. Now it's clear to me how this goes. Once again, I learned a lot with that, and that's why this time around, yeah, it's going to be a lot different. It's going to be better. It's going to be like everything is going to be so on point. I can't wait to start filming. Can't wait. When we started reaching out to people to audition and everything was around it was probably around October, November of last year of 2019. So it was like right before COVID actually hit. We got in there and we started filming January, and we was able to finish up. And right after we finished up, bam, here go COVID. Everything started shutting down, and I got all nervous. I was like, nah, I couldn't have came this far, and now this happened. What am I gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? Like that. So that just really gave me more time to start writing what I have next coming up. I have so many different things in the chamber for y'all. Y'all just don't understand. I'm gonna just name a few. I got Coffee Love. I have Rocksteady, which is actually the next one after part 2 of Hood Fetish that's coming. Y'all really gonna like Rocksteady too, because it's fun. You know what? Instead of dropping like another street movie or a love story or whatever like that, which is fine, but I wanted something fun and entertaining, more entertaining to, to our listeners, to our viewers. I wanted to put something more entertaining out there for them. So y'all gonna really like Rocksteady that's coming next year. I'm smiling now because it's real funny. But Hood Fetish 2, the era that's coming next, is what y'all gonna see. Man, y'all gonna see a lot of new faces. Of course, y'all gonna see some of the old characters. Y'all have to go back and watch part 1 to know exactly who you think that's gonna come back, or whatever like that. But it's definitely y'all gonna be y'all gonna be on a ride. I'm telling y'all, it's on. I can't wait.
I would say for me, what's next? Definitely, like I said, I loved acting. I had so much fun. It is something I would love to continue to do. So I'm gonna definitely continue to look, and I had to boss up. So I'm definitely looking forward to being a boss in Hood Fetish, the era. So that on my plate. After the first one, I did a couple of auditions for like other films or commercials. So just looking forward, and I'm optimistic about that, and going forward with that, and seeing, seeing your progress, and
Look, this time, like, let me put this out there too. Like the first time around, like with part one, I mean, the money was there, but I was like, I'm not gonna, buy this and this. But after seeing the film, it was definitely needed, for me to have a wardrobe stylist on point, have a makeup artist at all times, just having certain things. I don't care if it was food, just having certain things into play to make everybody comfortable, and that's why I said this time around, I was like, I'm gonna have everything laid out, everything, so it'll be, good for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because if y'all feeling good and y'all are comfortable and everything, y'all gonna bring y'all best to the camp, to the film. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want. So I want to make y'all feel as comfortable, as I can. Mm-hmm. But this wardrobe, like, let's talk about, like, I know, my actors, y'all, like, it's going to be a different look. It's definitely going to be a different look this time around. The first time, we kind of struggled a little bit, but this time around, it's going to be old boy. You'll be old boy.
Like they say, started from the bottom.
Exactly.
That's part of the progress, and, we all knew it was, your first film that you created, mm-hmm. directing, and doing so much on your own. Mm-hmm. So, it's all about progression. So
yeah, like I said before, I was like, coming into it, I knew it wasn't gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know it was gonna be like as much as I seen or dealt with coming in. So I learned so much. Like I said before, I tackled so many different things, and this time around, now I know what to do, what more things to have in order. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So definitely it's going to work out a little bit better this time. I know one of my favorite parts in the movie was the part when they captured Chip. Zachariah played the character Chip, and they thought, he set your brother and everything up, and everything. So they caught him, killed him or whatever like that. But that was one of my favorite parts, because when we was filming that, it was so funny. We couldn't stop laughing and everything to get it together. Like, I think that was one of the scenes that took the longest, because it was just so much going on. You had the dramatics of the makeup with the blood and everything, the drill wound and different things like that. And with Terrence Banks, the one that plays Caesar, every time it's time to shoot the gun, he want to make noises like bam, bam, and we like, dude, like, you can't do that on film, you know what I'm saying? And so it took like 45 minutes to get him to remember, like, dude, stop doing that noise, or whatever. So that was funny. Like, I think that part was really fun for me. But another part in the movie that's real small that just made me laugh looking back at it, how our Dallas accent, having the envelope off the dashboard right there. I was like, I couldn't stop laughing at that one little scene. I kept rewinding it. It was just so funny. Like the hurl, the dar, world, different things like that. So
it's funny that you said that, because that's actually my favorite part too.
Really?
Yeah. But not for that reason though. But it's not for that reason. But it's my favorite part, because it's the car scene she's talking about.
Yeah.
The two brothers, Tracy and Barbara, are sitting in the car, mm-hmm. and that's, for me, the reason it's my favorite is because it's like that time where they get their bond.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, not necessarily, kind of in a way giving him the keys, kind of like, look, get these numbers, I'm trusting you,
right,
to learn the business, to learn what I do,
right,
just in case you have to step up into that role one day, mm-hmm. which obviously he did, and but just that bond, he was talking to him and trusting him and saying, little bro, just in case something, I want you to know that I love you, mm-hmm. and no matter what, I want you to be good. So that bond. And then the crew, we're like, keep in mind, we in a little coupe. The crew's in the back seat, and it's like we had to fit in and make it work, and it was cool, man. It was a good scene. So
yeah, and then I remember the scene with Stacey Sheffield, the one that played Viper. You had him, and then you had Nick Jones, who played Doug. Now Doug is like big, like Suge Knight type of thing, you know. So you got him in the front seat, you got Viper in the back, right here in the front seat. Then you got the director, you got the sound guy, and then I think somebody else. And this little bitty car is like, okay, how we gonna make this work? But
he made it work.
Yeah, Arthur Muhammad, being the great director he is, he made it work. He was like, oh no, I got this. You don't worry about nothing. I got this. And I was like, okay, do your thing then. This is what you do. Do your thing. This time around, I actually decided to bring Dwayne, which plays Tracy. I decided to step him more into the game. Because as you see on part 1, you know, his mom and his brother, you know, passed or whatever. So I brought him into the game a little bit more. You know, now he running things. You see what I'm saying? And he doing a lot, but a little hot-headed at the same time. And it's going to take somebody to come about and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? You need to bring it down a notch. You know, if this is what we're going to do, if this is how we're going to catch who we need to go for, you need to bring it down a notch. Like, that hot-head stuff need to go out the door. So a lot of the things I talk about in my stories is like my experience. A lot of things that I dealt with, but that's another story, you know, for the next film. We have a film coming out that that's going to talk about the life of the other writer, which is Derek Johnson, with Twin Vision. So be on the lookout with that one too. So that it's gonna be dope.
Yeah. I did want to piggyback too off something you said as far as the certain parts that you're putting in for the next movie after reading the script. It does touch on a lot of different things. So it got different parts. Not to go into too much of the movie, but it got something for the ladies. Right. It's so from a woman point of view, dealing with guys that's in the in the game and different from their point of view and what they deal with. Right. So I like that you touched base on that and different things. So
yeah, and like some of it I didn't like want to go too much into the story of what I've actually dealt with or know about with other people, as far as in like some of the characters in the movie are actually playing roles of people that have passed or was murdered. So I wanted to put that in there too in the movie because it's real life. I mean, it is what it is, and I talk, like I said before, I talk a lot about what I've been through or what I know or what I've seen. You know, and this don't really even touch on a lot of that, but it do and it don't. It's like I got so much more to talk about. So to get more information about Hood Fetish or any upcoming films that's coming available, you can reach me at on Instagram, and that's at LaTroya PJ. And if you want to reach out to me for auditioning or anything for any upcoming films or anything that I have coming available, you can reach me at LaTroyaPJ@gmail.com. Yeah, but that's hey.
As for me,
I don't know.
Just really, you can find me in the next Hood Fetish, Instagram, United Culture. Any emails at dlee214 at Gmail. And that's it for me, really, right now.
Yeah. If y'all looking for him, get at him at that email. He'll respond. He ain't gonna wait. He'll respond.